Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Um, uh, well, before I bring you the message I'm gonna give to you, I just want to say that this is completely off topic with the main topic, and that is the ongoing crisis with the European economy, the global economy, and um, the soon coming possible World War III, and with all that escalating in the Middle East. And So if you want to find out about the Middle East, there's other places you can go and look for that. I made a couple videos on it, and I'm not going to repeat myself on my take on it. There's videos I made about it, um, and you can go and look at those, or you can go on, or you can do other searches on that. But it's all over the place. But the topic at hand is something that I want to say that I just recently discovered this, and whether it's true or not is irrelevant, okay? Because if it is a phase of cursing, okay? There's a phase of cursing for a sinful nation that refuses to repent, and thus America qualifies for this. We are under judgment, brethren. And this is told over and over, and most turn a blind eye and ear for the simple fact that the majority still think that, oh, this stuff can't possibly happen in America. Remember, though, that judgment does begin in the house of Yahweh, so Christians don't think you're going to be immune to this by going poof, because if these reports are true, then it's safe to say that the majority of Christians, and non Christians alike, are participating, so this message is for all, both believing and non believing. Okay? Now, before I continue, I'm going to read you some scripture, and these passages are very grim and quite honestly so bizarre that it could be hard to comprehend. And they are. I mean, they're very hard to comprehend, but these are curses. And curses are a result of judgment. And after these scriptures, I am going to discuss these articles and provide you a list of certain items to stay away from, um, or to think about. Uh, Now, one of the many reasons for judgment is the topic of abortion, and rightfully so, okay? I mean, approximately 52 million babies murdered by abortion since the 1970s. And out of that number, at least 1 out of 5 are Christian women. And I'm sorry, sisters, but rape is not a reason to end an innocent life, okay? We don't repay evil for evil. It's still murder. I mean, life begins at conception. Um, so it's not a reason to end an innocent life. Okay, now I know this is a very hard pill to swallow, but always remember there is an advocate with the Father. Okay, Yeshua. And the guilt that you feel might be from the enemy, Satan. And he likes to plant thoughts in your heads like, see what you've done. Yeshua's not going to forgive you. You're worthless. Those are the kind of things that he will plant in you. Now, sisters, please realize that Yeshua can and will forgive you for this. Just pray about it sincerely, and don't let the enemy fill you with guilt and sadness to the point where it turns you away from Yahweh. Again, he will forgive you, he loves you, and so do I. Okay, now for the verses. We're starting Deuteronomy 28, and these are the last of the curses, basically. And it says, starting in verse 54, the man tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. Did you hear that very closely? So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. Because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. If you will not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that you mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh thy Elohim. Now, it's very sickening, I know, but this is a clear evidence of possible cannibalistic activity, okay? And this is for the hard hearts. And this goes for Christians too. Again, if you will not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, but you mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy Elohim. And I'm not talking about the 613 laws, okay? The 10 Commandments, and that's including the Sabbath day. The first 4 is equal to love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, mind, strength, which Jesus spoke about. He gave 2 commandments, and love your neighbor as yourself, and those are the combination of the final 6. Okay. And that's why it's strongly important, because without the law there is no sin. Okay. And we have to use and be obedient to the commandments so we can know what sin is. And Lamentations 4:10, the hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. My people in reference today would be the church. Okay? And I'm pretty sure some Jews, a lot of them still deny Christ, but I'm pretty sure there are some out there that don't. You got your Messianics, but they still have that we are this, we are macho, we are, this, that, and this. Yeah, and it's not supposed to be like that. The word meat comes from the Hebrew ba-ra, and that means to feed. Okay? Render clear, choose, cause to eat, and manifest and meet. That's what it means. So it's basically talking about feeding off the flesh of your children. Cannibalism. Isaiah 49:14, Zion said, Yahweh hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have a compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Brethren, it pains me to see these things, and I do not pleasure in these things, okay? The only reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because Yahweh planted the words, they are cannibals, when I was asleep the other night, and convicted me to share this with you. I didn't want to put this up. I don't delight in this, and I don't want this, Okay? But the thing is, if we don't turn around as a nation and turn to the one true Elohim, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and repent as a nation, then these words will not be forgotten, as there is evidence that it's already happening. Okay? I mean, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I want to read a dream given to Nathan Leal from Watchman's Cry Ministries. To those that are familiar with this, you might have heard this a time or two, but I am going to read it for you here. Okay, and this was given to him in 2008. Okay, so this was quite a while ago. It was 4 years ago. And it goes, to those that would have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, it has become so. The judgment that was at the door has walked through the threshold. The patience of Yahweh Almighty has diminished and grown weary. The sins of the land have poisoned the waters of America. Now think of what happened in the Gulf. And now with all the with Fukushima and all of that, and are overflowing the banks. The waters and the rivers of America are full of the blood of the murdered unborn. They are full of iniquity, adultery, and fornication. They are full of the abomination of Sodom. The waters are polluted, polluted, polluted. They are foul. Therefore, this watchman declares and cries out over the land that the judgment of the Lord Yahweh has begun. Because people of apostasy do not desire the truth nor the living water of the Word of God. Prepare to see the poisoning of the water of the land. Because the ears of the sleeping have been closed to the cries of the prophets. Prepare to hear the cries of the people as Yahweh allows them to be stripped of their earthly idols and possessions. Because the people of apostasy do not desire the true bread of life, prepare to see the bread of man become more precious than gold. Famine will reach the shores of America. Idle hands will be replaced with hands searching for food. Because the people of apostasy place material goods, cars, and wealth over holiness. Prepare to see these people living in their cars. We see that already. More so. And with each waking day, think of all the tent cities we have here in America now. The land weary and full of iniquity will soon answer the cry from heaven with famine, earthquakes, and the tempest of deadly storms. Therefore let the people of Yahweh seek shelter in the heart of Yahweh with repentance, tears, and reverence. Let the people of Yahweh seek the wisdom of Yahweh for instruction to weather the days ahead. Now, did you hear the part of the murdered unborn? And the waters are polluted. Please ponder those things for a moment. Okay? It's very serious stuff. Folks, read the book of Lamentations. And there you will see America's judgment and her outcome. Now, no matter how disturbing this may sound, but the verses I stated sound eerily similar to cannibalism. And the victims seem to be children. Now, when I stumbled around about these things, I could not believe what I found, okay? And we might be living in the reality of this under hidden and unseen eyes to the unaware. And after I share these things, and it's up to you to ask Yahweh about this in prayer, don't just take my word for it. And I will state that over and over and over again. I'm going to post all the links below. And if something comes up to where I made a mistake, please let me know. Do your own research on this. And if I have erred in anything, let me know. And I will make sure I will take it up to Yahweh in prayer and ask to be forgiven. I will also ask for your forgiveness as well. So don't just take my word for it. You listen to this video, you pray about it, and see if these things are so. All I'm doing is presenting this to you as I believe that I was instructed to do. Okay, so basically I have found two players in this research. and one is PepsiCo, or Pepsi Company, and Cinemix. PepsiCo is one of the largest partners of Cinemix, and this includes all products of PepsiCo. Again, which is all the Pepsi products, PepsiCo, Pepsi Company. And I'm not going to list all of the items, okay? But I am going to list a lot of them. And I'm going to put all the items in the description box. Please look at those. It's a long list. But just bear with it. It's very important. Trust me, a lot of the stuff that's in that list I enjoy. But I don't know what to say. But I will list them at the end of this discussion, okay? And again, take this stuff to Yahweh in prayer. All I'm doing is sounding a warning here. And no, I'm not claiming to be a watchman. I'm really not. But I felt like I was instructed to put this out here and to search this stuff out, as I stated earlier. Okay, so what is Cinemix? Cinemix is traded as NASDAQ. It's a biotechnology. It was founded in 1999 by Lubert Stryer in San Diego, California. Go figure. Okay. Cinemix, NASDAQ ticker symbols SNMX, is an American biotechnology company that works toward developing additives to amplify certain flavors and smells in foods. Their website claims that it has essentially reverse engineered the receptors in humans that react for taste and aroma, and they are capitalizing on these discoveries to produce chemicals that will make food taste better. Cinemix was founded by prominent biochemist Lubert Stryer in '99. In May 2001, Stryer returned to his professorship at Stanford University and resigned from Cinemix, but continues to be the chairman of the Scientific Advisory Board. The company developed substance 951 clarification needed, a potentiator used to amplify the sweetness of sugar in food products, thereby allowing the manufacturer to reduce the amount of sugar used. What's this got to do with babies and abortion? Well, just bear with me. I'm laying the groundwork here, so I'm not just giving you just blatant news articles and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, this is it. I'm actually trying to tell you what these groups are. Okay. Using information from the human genome sequence, Cinemix has identified hundreds of taste receptors and currently owns 113 patents on their discoveries. Cinemix collaborates with 7 of the world's largest food companies to further their research and to fund development of their technology. Ajinomoto Company, Kraft Foods, Cadbury Adams, Pepsi Company, Firmenich, and Nestle and Soleil all collaborate with Cinemix, but decline to specify where its additives may be found in their many food categories. So they're hush-hush about it. They don't tell you anything. Cinemix products work by amplifying the intensity of flavors because very small amounts of the additives are used, reportedly less than 1 part per million. Cinemix chemical compounds will not appear on labels, but will fall under the broad category of artificial flavors. Very interesting. They're not going to tell you what they're using. For the same reason, the company's chemicals have not undergone the FDA's usual safety approval process for food additives. Cinemix's MSG enhancer gained generally recognized as safe. Right. So FDA don't trust FDA anyways. I mean, they're pharmaceutical, they're, sorcery. So you can't trust them either. But, let's just look into the this aspect here. Enhancers gained the generally recognized as safe. So just because FDA didn't approve the process for food additives, Cenomix basically overrided them and say, oh, okay, no big deal. Safe Stratus from the Flavor and Extract Manufacturers Association, an industry-funded organization in less than 18 months, which included 3 months of tests on rats. According to Cenomix's website, it received a positive review by the joint FAO-WHO Expert Committee on Food Additives, which determined that there were no safety concerns with the use of the company's savory flavor ingredients in foods. The positive assessment by JECFA is expected to expedite regulatory approvals in a number of countries, particularly those that do not have independent regulatory approval systems. Two of Cenomix's newest innovations included a cool flavor program that seeks to enhance cooling, menthol sensations, and a bitter blocker program. According to Cenomix's website, the company is collaborating with Soleil, the international soy ingredient supplier, to develop new bitter blockers that better modulate and control bitterness in certain soy-based products. Cenomix has identified the receptors in the mouth responsible for sensing bitter tastes and developed a chemical additive to knock out these receptors when eaten with hydrolyzed soy protein and other soy derivatives. Can you just see the eugenics in here? I certainly do. Cenomix's revenues for the last quarter of 2007 were up 87% from the same period in 2006, and its stock prices are rising. CEO Kent Snyder reports that corporate goals include continue to achieve significant progress in all of our discovery and development programs, such as regulatory approval for our S2383 sucralose enhancer and selection of a sucrose enhancer for regulatory development. We also expect expanded commercialization of food products containing our savory flavor ingredients and additional new business development accomplishments. I mean, you just listen to this declaration of what these guys are about. I mean, third world countries eat healthier than we do because of this stuff. I mean, just by reading all that, it's like, well, that doesn't really sound too great. Just by the fact that they're hiding what they're putting in it, they just put added food flavors or artificial food flavoring. I'm sorry, but a lot of things that are artificial are not really that good. I know, but that's why praying over your food is it's something you should take very seriously. But most people don't. They just say, oh, Lord, bless my food, thank you, but amen. No biggie. In March 2010, this is a backlash from pro-life groups. Now, trust me, I don't really support pro-life groups because pro-life groups are just as bad because they endorse the wars that we have done. They endorse the bombing of innocent civilians over in other countries. Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya. So what kind of pro-life is that? You got children suffering over there because of us, depleted uranium and stuff like that. So, but I'm just going to read from their perspective. In March 2010, it was asserted, and by the way, I'm not saying all of them, okay? I'm not saying all of them. So, don't think I'm accusing everybody, because I'm not. There's a majority, but not everybody. I mean, it's a small percentile, but it is still not everybody. Okay, in March 2010, it was asserted by the pro-life group Children of God for Life, which monitors the use of cells from aborted babies. that Cenemex uses aborted fetal cells in its products and testing, making use of human embryonic kidney 293 cells, otherwise known as HEK293. Cenemex has not confirmed this, but the pro-life group cited the Cenemex's paper, Human Receptors for Sweet and Umami Taste, in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America. Cenemex lists several large corporate partners or collaborators on its website, such as Pepsi Company and Nestle. Campbell Soup Company had been corporate partners since 2001, allegedly. According to the website, in response to a question from the pro-life group about the alleged use of fetal cells, Campbell stated that it had ended its partnership with Cenemex earlier in March. It was not clear if the Campbell's decision had anything to do with the alleged use of fetal cells. So something must have happened. There must have been a reason why Campbell Soup left their partnership with Cenemex. So something was brewing with this. Some kind of issue. Could this be it? I don't know. Maybe. Very good possibility. Okay, now let's take an in-depth look at HEK293 cells, okay? Just for more proof. Human embryonic kidney 293 cells. Hear that? Human embryo kidney 293 cells. Also often referred to as HEK293 cells, or less precisely as HEK cells, are a specific cell line originally derived from human embryonic kidney cells grown in tissue culture. HEK293 cells are very easy to grow and transfect very readily and have been widely used in cell biology research for many years. They are also used by the biotechnology industry to produce therapeutic proteins. Those therapeutic proteins quite possibly could be in your food, and viruses for gene therapy, or in our food. This is why I named the title of this video in relations to cannibalism, because in a sense it is a form of it. I mean I might be sounding a little extreme, but come on. I know the time of ignorance God winks at, okay? But again, that is why prayer is very important when it comes to giving thanksgiving for the food that He has given us, and have faith that He blesses that food before we consume it. Okay. Where was I? Okay, now more information on the HEK cells. Alright, HEK293 cells were generated in the early 70s by transformation of cultures of normal human embryonic kidney cells. That's from aborted babies. With shared adenovirus 5 DNA in Alex van der Eb's laboratory in Leiden, the Netherlands. The human embryonic kidney cells were obtained from a healthy aborted fetus and originally cultured by van der Eb himself. And the transformation by adenovirus was performed by Frank Graham, who published his findings in the late 1970s. After he left lighting for McMaster University in Canada. They are called HEK for human embryonic kidney, while the number 293 comes from Graham's habit of numbering his experiments. The original HEK 293 cell clone was simply the product of his 293rd experiment. Well, this gets real scientific here. Subsequent analysis has shown that the transformation was brought about by an insert consisting of 4.5 kilobases from the left arm of the viral genome, which became incorporated into human chromosome 19. And it goes on and on and on. For many years, it was consumed that HEK 293 cells were generated by transformation of either a fibroblastic, endothelial, or epithelial cell, all of which are abundant in the kidneys. However, the fact that the cells originate from cultured kidney cells does not say much about the exact cellular origin of the HEK 293. As embryonic kidney cultures may contain small numbers of almost all cell types of the body. And like I said, it goes on and on. And it's really scientific-y. But I brought you the main points, so you'll have the full thing in the description box. So now I understand that this could be hard to swallow, and it's very disturbing. And I understand if you do not finish this video, but I cannot make this stuff up. And I believe in all my heart that I needed to share this with you. Okay, now after all of that, I will take you to the main article that I found. This is from October 25th, 2011. And it goes on to say, Pepsi shareholders have filed a shareholder resolution with the Securities and Exchange Commission and PepsiCo demanding that the company has been contracting with a research firm that uses fetal cells from babies victimized by abortions to test and produce artificial flavor enhancers. As recently as May, Pepsi ignored concerns and criticisms from dozens of pro-life groups and tens of thousands of pro-life people who voiced their opposition to Pepsi Company contracting with biotech company Cannibal, even after it was found to be testing their food additives using fetal cells from abortions. The company's key flavor programs focus on the discovery and development of savory, sweet and salt flavor ingredients that are intended to allow for the reduction of MSG, sugar and salt in food and beverage products. The Cinemix website says, using isolated human taste receptors, we created proprietary taste receptor based assay systems that provide a biochemical or electronic readout when a flavor ingredient interacts with the receptor. Debbie Vintage of the pro-life group Children of God for Life explained, what they don't tell the public is that they are using HEK 293, human embryonic kidney cells taken from an electively aborted baby to produce those receptors. We went over to HEK 293 and we went over what Cinemix was about. And it seems pretty clear that they are doing this, or they do experiment with this. Taken from an effectively aborted baby to produce those receptors. They could have easily chosen animal, insect, or other morally obtained human cells expressing the G protein for taste receptors. Think of your Gatorade, okay? Think your Gatorade products. I don't really believe splicing. See, this is why, I don't really support pro-life groups, because I really don't agree using animal cells and stuff like that and. And everything either. I just don't think that's healthy. So that's still messed up in itself. But like I said, the main focus is what the title says in the video. In August 2010, Pepsi Company entered into a 4-year agreement with Cenemex for the development of artificial high-potency sweeteners for PepsiCo beverages. Under the contract, PepsiCo was paying $30 million to Cenemex for the research and future royalties on PepsiCo products sold using Cenemex technology. When the pro-life group wrote both companies requesting they use one of several non-objectionable viable cell lines listed in their patents, Cenemex did not respond. PepsiCo did reply, however, and insisted that its use of the research from Cenemex would produce great-tasting, lower-calorie beverages. With the boycott from supportive pro-life groups, including LifeNews.com, not changing PepsiCo's mind and further letters going unanswered, Vintage told Life News today for the time has come for a resolution from shareholders. Shareholders have a right to know the truth and about what PepsiCo is doing with their hard-earned savings, she said. PepsiCo's lack of consideration to the public's moral sensibilities has only served to fuel the fire and threaten stock values, retirement pensions, and investments. Vintage said the PepsiCo shareholders who filed the resolution requested that the board of directors adopt a corporate policy that recognizes human rights and employs ethical standards which do not involve using the remains of aborted human beings in both private and collaborative research and development agreements. She said she finds it ironic that PepsiCo's own code of conduct boasts that they deal with customers, suppliers, the public, and their competitors in an ethical and appropriate manner. There is nothing ethical or appropriate in the way they are exploiting the remains of an innocent, aborted child, noted Vintage. Vintage said she has heard from many pro-life advocates upset by the information about Pepsi, including one 12-year-old Florida boy who learned of PepsiCo's research from his mom's pro-life news reports and was upset enough to take action himself at a recent 40 Days for Life event. He told attendees, "When I found out about this, I was sick to my stomach." Yeah, I would be too. I bet you there's some out there right now that's listening to this that are just really appalled, grossed out. And it goes on. And Vintage noted, even a child knows this is wrong. God bless him for standing up for the unborn who have no voice of their own. So, and it goes on. Cenemex boasts that it has over 800,000 unique flavors for foods. So, Vintage says, but cells expressing certain proteins produce a chemical signal when the flavors are introduced, which determines if they have achieved the proper flavor. The aborted fetal cells are not in the product itself. Pro-life organizations are asking the public to boycott all Pepsi drink products and encourage consumers to contact Pepsi management, requesting that they sever all ties with Cenemex. Consumers are also encouraged to contact Campbell Soup and thank them for responding to pro-life concerns. Well, I'll be honest. Like I said before, I don't totally support 100% pro-life, but I guess if you could put me in a category, I would be. But I'm not in any group, and I will never join any group because I don't trust them. So now, after these things, that's that. Okay, so here it is. And after this, hopefully the wise ones will be praying over their food more seriously. But here's a list of products this may fall under that we consume mostly on a daily basis. And after these things, then you know why I made this topic of cannibalism. I mean, I'm not saying it's an outright, I'm not saying there's a massive amount of people eating people out there, at least in America. I mean, I haven't seen any cases, but I'm just speaking of that on this behalf. That's why I titled this video. It's not to produce any fear porn or anything. I'm not going to list all of them, all of these products, but that's why please look in the description box, and then you'll have all the list of the items. So you'll have the full list. Okay, the Pepsi products: Pepsi, Pepsi Max, Pepsi Natural, Pepsi Next, Pepsi One, Pepsi Throwback, Pepsi Wild Cherry, caffeine-free Pepsi, Diet Pepsi Lime, Diet Pepsi Vanilla, Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry. All of these potentially have this HEK 293 kidney cell in these. Caffeine-free Diet Pepsi, Sierra Mist, Diet Sierra Mist, Sierra Mist Cranberry Splash, Diet Mist Ruby Splash, Citrus Blast, Tropicana Twister Soda, Grape, Orange, Diet Orange, and Strawberry, Natural Soda, Birch Sparkling Ginger. These are all the Izzy products, IZZE. Got all those. Ocean Spray, Apple Juice, Blueberry Juice Cocktail, Cranberry Juice Cocktail, Cran Grape Drink, Cran Pomegranate Juice Drink, Orange Juice. This is Ocean Spray now. Ruby Red Grapefruit, Strawberry Kiwi, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, Mountain Dew Cold Red, Mountain Dew Livewire, Mountain Dew Throwback, Mountain Dew Voltage, Mountain Dew Whiteout, caffeine-free Mountain Dew, all your Mountain Dews basically, all your Amp Energies, Mug Root Beer, Diet Mug Root Beer, Mug Cream Soda, No Fear, the energy drink No Fear, sugar-free No Fear, Seattle's Best Coffee, Ice Latte, Ice Mocha, Ice Vanilla Latte, Tatso Giant Peach, Organic Ice Black, and Organic Ice Green. Your Sobeys, Energized Green Tea, Mango Melon, Power Fruit Punch, and your Sobe Lean products: Fuji Apple Cranberry, Cranberry Grapefruit, Honey Green Tree, Raspberry Lemonade, Sobe Life Water with Coconut Water, Mango Mandarin, Pacific Coconut, Pomegranate Nectarine. All your Sobeys basically. Aquafina, the bottled water, Aquafina Flavor Splash, grape, lemon, peach, mango, raspberry, strawberry, kiwi, wild berry. Your Frappuccinos, caramel, coffee. And trust me, sometimes I did drink those. I don't think I'm going to be drinking those anymore. Dark chocolate mocha, light vanilla, light mocha, mint mocha, mocha, vanilla. All your Frappuccinos. Those little double shot coffee drinks. Double shot energy. Brisk fruit punch. Green tea with mango dragon fruit. Iced tea with lemonade. Brisk lemonade. And brisk. Orangeade, pink lemonade. Brisk raspberry iced tea. Your natural Lipton iced teas. I mean, all of these products possibly have this artificial flavor in it. Lipton iced teas. I mean, all your Liptons. Propel Zero, the water. Flavored water, Propel. All of those. Now we get the Frito-Lays. Lay's potato chips. Lay's kettle cooked potato chips. Wavy Lay's potato chips. Baked Lay's potato crisps. Maui style potato chips, Ruffles potato chips, baked Ruffles, Doritos, baked Doritos, Tostitos, baked Tostitos. Well, I don't think I'm going to be getting anything from Frito-Lay's anymore. Fritos corn chips, Cheetos cheese flavored snacks, rolled gold pretzels, Funyuns. Remember the Funyuns? Possibly have aborted baby cells in them. I, I really hate thinking about that. Ugh. All right. Sun Chips multigrain snacks. Cracker Jack candy coated popcorn, Chester's popcorn, Grandma's cookies, Gamisa cookies and wafers. On and on and on. Metador meat snacks. Frito-Lay nuts, Frito-Lay, Fritos, and Tostito dips and salsa. Frito-Lay Doritos and Cheetos snack crackers. Hickory sticks, Hostess potato chips. El Islano plantain chips. Lay's Stacks potato crisps, Natural Lay's, Natural Cheetos, Natural Tostitos. Miss Vicky's potato chips. Munchie snack mix. And Sabra hummus dips and salsas. And your Tropicanas too. Tropicana Pure Premium Juices, Trop 50, Tropicana Twister Juice Drinks, Dole Juices, Dole Sensations, Tropicana 100 Juices, all the juice flavors, Naked Juice, Quaker brands, now we're on the Quaker brands now, this is a big list, Quaker Old Fashioned Oats, Quaker Instant Oatmeal, Captain Crunch Cereal, Quaker Life Cereal, Quaker Whole Heart Cereal, Quaker Natural Granola Cereal, Quaker Oatmeal Square Cereal, Quisp Cereal, King Vitamin Cereal, Quaker Oatsos Cereal, Mother's Cereal, Quaker Grits, Aunt Jemima Mixes and Syrups, the Rice Cakes, Quaker Rice Cakes, Quaker Quakes Rice Snacks, Quaker Mini Delights, the granola bars, Smash Bars, Granola Coca Bars, Quaker Dips Granola Bars, Pastaroni side dishes, Rice-A-Roni side dishes, Near East side dishes, puffed wheat. So it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to think about. And all your Gatorade brands. I heard Kraft products too. And Campbell Soup products, but they basically don't. They're not affiliated with them anymore, supposedly, allegedly. But I heard Kraft products is in line with them. I haven't heard anything about Coca-Cola, so maybe they still got a little bit of smarts in them. I don't know. But so in closing, my prayer is that you will ponder these things and ask Yahweh. What's best for you and your family? Okay, and talk to your family about this, regardless of how crazy they may think you to be. Just like I said, don't take my word for this. Don't just say, "Oh, amazing video." This is serious stuff. You take this matter to prayer, and you ask Him what you should do. I can't answer that for you. So, that's it. I know this is a shocker, or this probably is a shocker to some, but and I really did not enjoy putting this out here. But truth be told, truth be known, that's what I'm trying to do. And stay tuned for my devotionals. I'm going to be putting a couple of those up too. This was a out of the blue message. I did not expect to put this out. But anyways, truth be told, truth be known, stay safe. God bless. See you soon. See you next time. Bye bye.